Shalom, Ubaraka, Mispaka, peace and blessings, family. I'm back at it again. Today we're talking Chapter 1, Unit 3, Kohanology, dealing with numerology, right? And we're going to be talking about 555, 666, and 777. I might even throw in 888, 999 if the video, if time will allow, right? Crystal of today is my anhydrite, also known as angelite, and it helps you. It's basically called angelite because it helps you understand and pick up the signs your guardian angels are trying to give you. It's a beautiful sky blue stone, as you can see on this side, and yeah, the back of it is like a chalky white substance on it, such as its natural look. But yeah, it helps you pick up the signs. And it really does work. Like, I got so much knowledge the first day wearing it. Now, anyway, what was made on the 5th day of creation? The birds and the fish. What do birds and fish have in common? Well, both birds and fish are detached from the foundation, which is the earth, that was made on the 3rd day. So 5 means to ascend above the foundation, because neither fish nor birds dwell on land. They move above the land. The birds, they fly high in the sky, and the fish swim by in the lakes, in the streams, in the rivers. You know, it's a constant flow, right? Same thing with the birds. So it's telling you to lift up above the foundation. In other words, be better, be greater, or improve yourself. Now, when you ascend above the foundation and you're being greater, what else are you doing? You are using courage. It takes courage to be great, right? In order for anybody to make those kind of improvements, to be greater, they have to have that courage. And with moves of courage comes improvement. Look at David. Killed Goliath. How many stones did he get? 5 smooth stones. You understand? That changed him from a shepherd to a king. What in life is going to help you ascend in general? Torah. Torah is going to help you ascend. How many books in that Torah? 5. Okay. Now, the 5th commandment is honor your mother and your father, that your days may be prolonged on the earth. That scripture literally telling you, if you want to have a better, longer life, listen to your father, listen to your mother. Because your father and your mother, they're going to raise you up. They are the ones to raise you, literally raising you. You understand? So 5 could also represent be a good parent, or it could represent honor your mother and father. If you're a child, or if if your parents are saying something, you see in 555, they could be telling you, listen to your parents. And also remember, 5 also could represent simply trust the process, be brave, and raise above the foundation. Improve yourself, be better. That's simply what 5 represents. This is why we have Zebulun as the 5th blessed tribe, because Zebulun, his blessing was to dwell at the coast of the sea and become a haven of ships. Do you understand that? Do you see that for what it is? The sea, waters. What was made on the 5th day? Fish. Fish float in the water. They swim above the foundations beneath them, the sand beneath the sea. And it also was made birds because they fly above the foundation, which is the earth. And what do ships do? They float upon the surface of the water, thus above the foundation, which is the sea floor. So 5 is telling you to be up, arise, and perfect yourself. It's telling you that there's always room for improvement and that you should be better in all of your ways. This is what 5 represents. It represents you have the foundation here, now ascend above your foundation. Be better than your foundation. But the mental aspect of it is, what do fish, birds, and even ships have in common? They're moving. You understand? They're moving. Fish and birds, they don't have a specific home necessarily. A fish doesn't have a place where he just lives. For the fish, he travels throughout the water constantly. And the bird, he may stay somewhere to have a nest, but he migrates year after year. And a ship can go all over the world. So what is this telling you? 5 is also a mental thing. When you see in 555, it could be telling you, depending on your situation, expand your mind, expand your territory. You understand? Expand your territory. Lift up above the foundation. You got the foundation built, that's good. Rise above the foundation, expand your territory. Think deeper. Look outside the box. Explore. Venture out. Don't just be in this one box. There's other things out there. And that all correlates to, simply put, improve yourself. Be above what you have built. I built the foundation. Let's say I start a business. I built a foundation. Improve my business. 555 might be telling me improve my business. And it might be telling me to venture out. Look at new things. Look at new ways to improve my business. Look at what other people do. Try to pick up some skills. You understand? It all correlates. Now let's move on to 6. If you're seeing 666, what could it mean? It could only, mean one out of 3 things. But the main thing is to prepare. If you're seeing 666, that could mean something is going to happen and you need to prepare for it. Whether it be a hurricane, some type of weather event, some type of angry situation, some type of, tornado, flood, earthquake, tsunami, who knows? It just means prepare, man. Sometimes it's not clear. Sometimes I see 666 and I'm like, what am I supposed to prepare for? And I don't even know until it happens. A lot of times it's weather. Sometimes it's confrontations with other people. But you just gotta prepare. Now, why do I say 6 means prepare? Obviously, we know you work 6 days. The 6th day is the day you prepare for the Sabbath, right? Okay. That's basically why I say that. But the 6th commandment is do not murder. So what that's telling you is you need to control your emotions. You need to prepare for certain situations. You need to prepare yourself to deal with situations a certain way. And you need to work, because when you 6 days you work, you need to work on your emotions. Because murder is the epitome of expression of hatred, right? The greatest way to express hatred towards one another is through the action of murder. So 6 is telling you, man, look, you might have a conflict coming up. What I want you to do is work on your emotions, control your emotions, and don't end up killing somebody. Issachar, he's the sixth blessed tribe of Jacob. And we can clearly read up on Issachar and see how it lines up. Issachar, he is said to be a strong donkey, resting between two burdens. He saw that the land was good. It was a good resting place. It was very fertile. It had many crops that it can be grown. And the area was a nice place. He worked very hard, right? He was a hard-working tribe, but the rest was good, meaning he worked so that he could have rest. It's very simple. He made himself a servant unto tribute, not necessarily a servant to another nation. But remember, we are all the servants of Yah, each and every one of us. Yah tells us that we, each and every one of us, are servants unto him. And our tribute is the first fruit. Our tribute that we pay to Yah every year is the first fruit of our harvest when we were back in the land. When Issachar was in the land, his land was fruitful. He took the first fruits that he worked hard for and gave it to Yah. That was Yah's tribute. And guess what? He had good rest. He worked so that he can have rest on the beautiful land that we see. That's why 6 represents prepare. You understand? Work so that you may have rest. But let's deal with 7 now. I love 7. And Yah does too. In fact, I believe 7 may be Yah's favorite number. Like we see it inscripted throughout the entire book and throughout your entire body. Take your hand and go like this. It's a 7, right? Now, it also looks just like the Hebrew letter that also is numerized as a 7. Now, if you take your hand like this and you measure it, on average, not everybody has the same length of fingers, but on average, it's gonna fall around 7 inches. And I'm gonna show you. Let me get my ruler for a second. Now, for me, if I take my ruler, you can see 0 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I take my hand and I do that. Can you see? It's 7 inches. An inch is approximately the distance between the mid knuckle and the front knuckle of the pointer finger. Okay, 7 of those makes this, right? Now here's the shocking thing. When we go into the chakras, also known as the fires of the spirit, the chambers of the spirit, or Jacob's ladder, you got 7 chakras in the body. 6 of them are in the body, and 1 of them is set apart and sitting on the head. That's just like Sabbath, right? This is my root chakra right here. But if I take this 7 inches and I make the 7 with my hand, boom, now I'm in my sacral chakra. Now if I do the same thing again, boom, now I'm in my solar plexus. Now I do the same thing again, boom, now I'm directly in my heart chakra, right? Now I do the same thing again, boom, now I'm in my throat chakra. Now I do the same thing again, guys. Boom, now I'm my brow chakra. Do the same thing again, boom, now I'm my crown chakra, right? So 7 is all in the body, plus your body replaces itself literally every 7 years because all the cells in your body, they die. By the end of 7 years, all of your cells in your body has already died and replaced themselves. It literally takes 7 years for your body to start over. Just like I said, 7 days for the week to start over, right? And you have 7 chakras. 1 is set apart. But that doesn't have anything to do with the meaning of 7. That just shows you how much y'all love 7. 7 represents creation. That means be creative. He said you are made in his image. Do you know what that means? Why? It doesn't mean you look like him, because you don't. Every human looks different. Did you know humans are the most diverse living thing on the earth? Every zebra looks alike. Every grizzly bear looks alike. Every deer looks alike. Every emperor penguin looks alike. But how come every human looks completely different? Because we are very diverse. There's a lot of variety in the human race. Now, so we're not made in his actual image. We don't look like him. That's not what that means. Our mind is made in his image. Because what makes a human brain different from the brain of an antelope or a lion or a penguin, a turtle? Well, humans know how to do something called creating, right? We can create. All right. So hence why humans are what? A set apart species. Set apart is 7. Humans are holy compared to the animals. So what I'm getting from that is, simply put, 7 is telling you to be creative. Use your creative instinct that Yah has blessed you with. Think outside of the box. You understand? Now, also, 7 represents completion. Something in your life is done. It's done. You got to figure out what that is. Now, it may not apply to you. Like I said, like I always will say, it depends on your situation. It depends on what you're going through at the moment. Now, 7 could also represent rest. Obviously, for obvious reasons, 7 could represent rest. Now, what does that mean? Well, you might be going through something, and the angels will tell you, bro, chill out, relax. It's gonna be okay. Now, sometimes it's telling me to meditate. When I see 7, I meditate sometimes. Take a deep breath in. I just meditate and relax, right? Just let my mind rebuild itself. Just like my body rebuilds itself every 7 years. You remember how I said 1 means yes because of Urim? Well, the Thummim means perfections in Hebrew. And 7 also represents perfection because everything is perfect that Yahuwah has made. But the Thummim means no. So if you're seeing 7, that could also mean no. Straight up, something in your life they're telling you no to. If you have a question that's in your mind and you're seeing 7 repeatedly, that means no. That means no. Now it also means, it means a lot of things. 7 could also mean, you got a promise or oath that you have to keep. Now that could either be between you and yourself, you and another person, or you and Yah. Now what promise and oath do we all owe to our Creator? Simply keep His commandments. So with that being said, 7 could be telling you to keep the commandments, right? But 7 could also be telling you to be holy. When I see 7, I'm a Nazarite. I'm supposed to be holy. That's my whole point of being a Nazarite. Because I tell you, these angels, they're very smart. And they remind you. Even going to a party, like going to a party is not a sin, but it can lead into sin. So 7 could be telling you, look, man, be holy. Be holy. Now, the 7 blessed tribe was Dan. Now, Dan is very simple. He was a judge for Israel. He judged the people. It said he would be like a serpent in the path, meaning people not going to really like Dan. People having fun, doing what they doing, wickedness, sin. But Dan's going to come and correct them and say, nah, don't do that. That's against the law. That's against Torah. Don't do that. You got a whole Torah that you're supposed to be doing. He came and he's like a serpent in the path. He's like the snake that bites the heel of the horse so that the rider falls backwards, right? Because these people having fun doing what they're doing, and Dan is coming as a judge to the people and correcting them for their wickedness. In other words, Dan is reminding the people, you are a holy nation and act like you are a holy nation. Be holy. Just like 7, whenever you see 7, that's telling you, man, be holy. I'm telling you, 7 is a warning to you. Be holy. For Yah is holy. You are Yah's people. Do the words that Yah has told you to do at all times, wherever you are. 7 can also be telling you to rest, to calm down, to meditate. There's a number of things 7 means, but the main thing is telling you, is a reminder to be holy at all times. Now I think I might have time for 8. 8. 8 is simple in scripture. On the 8th day of a baby boy's life, he is to be circumcised. Circumcision is a way to cleanse the baby. 8 also represents sanctification, because on the 8th day of the firstborn of our cattle, the firstborn of our sheep, and the firstborn of our people, they were sanctified on the 8th day of their life. Sanctification simply means to clean. They put oil on it and they made it holy and they blessed it. They dedicated it to Yah. So that's what 8 means. 8 represents clean yourself. I'm a Nazarite. I see 8 a lot and it's telling me to take a bath. And I see 8, I jump in the bathtub. I'm serious. Take a shower, because in Nazarite you gotta stay clean, man. Real talk. And this is real life, man. I'm telling you, I see 8 a lot, and then I get in the shower, and then I get in the shower. After I get in the shower, I feel refreshed. Sometimes I put oil on myself. I just sanctified myself before I got in this video. I put oils on myself. These oils have high frequencies, man. They raise your vibration. They allow you to be closer to Yah, right? That's why, come on, y'all didn't tell you to do this stuff. Y'all didn't tell the Levites to do this stuff in scripture for no reason. There's no, come on. It all has a purpose. But, yeah, 8 means to cleanse yourself, man. Cleanse yourself. Now, it could also mean clean your spirit, because you might have some debris on your spirit that you need to get off of it. Like, for real. Now, the 8th blessed tribe of Yassera'al was God. Now, God's blessing was, simply put, a troop shall surround him, and they will overcome him. But God will overcome at the last, meaning Yah and his holy host are protecting God, protecting this tribe of people. And when these armies surround God, and they appear to be winning against God, Yah is going to destroy them, and God is going to win at the end. God is going to be the one to succeed. You understand? So what does that mean? That means Yahuwah is protecting you, right? 8 is also a symbol of protection. 8 is telling you Yah is protecting you. Just like Yah is protecting God, the tribe of God, as their enemies are appearing to defeat them, but they defeat their enemies at the last. So, just like in the Hebrew alphabet, the same number, the same letter that has a numerical value of 8 also represents protection. If you look at the numerical value in the Hebrew alphabet, the letter Chet is also the number 8, right? And it means to protect. It also means to fence. So that's telling you your guardian angels are there to protect you. 8 symbolizes protection. It also symbolizes cleansing. Be clean and be sanctified. You understand? Just as sanctifying yourself protects you when you go into the tabernacle. If you're not sanctified and clean, you will die. For your own cleansing is a protection that you wear on your spirit. It raises your vibration so that when you go into the tabernacle, you do not die. If I go into the tabernacle that's in the midst of Israel and I'm unclean, I will perish immediately, because y'all's energy is simply radioactive. My frequency is lower when I'm unclean. My frequency is raised up when I'm clean. I'm spiritually, which is really scientifically protected. I'm protected by my high vibrating atoms in my body. Because you gotta understand, y'all's frequency is radioactive. That means it has a very high frequency. If you have a low frequency, you die. You gotta match that frequency in order to be around them. That's just simply put. So 8 is a symbol of protection, and it's a symbol of cleansing. It's a symbol of sanctification. The baby boy is sanctified on the 8th day. He's circumcised. The circumcision prevents infection. It keeps the boy clean in his life. You understand? So remember, Yah is protecting you. When you're seeing 8 a lot, understand it's either telling you to clean, or it's telling you Yah is protecting you, or it could be telling you that you need to be a better protector for your family. Now let's deal with 9. Now, in a Hebraic sense, the Zod is the letter that basically has a numerical value of 9D, right? Its meaning is to harvest, okay? Now, the Hebrew letter with the numerical value of 9, it means to surround. Now, that's how I know 9 could both mean a pregnancy or a birth, or it could also just represent a harvest of any kind. Because when you are in the womb, you are surrounded by your mother's flesh. That's simply put. But 9, like I said, also represents harvest. Just because, like, look at Asher. He's the 9th tribe. He would yield royal dainties. That means his land would be fruitful, full of plants and food, right? 9 represents fruits, guys. Fruits. It represents plenty. It represents, Yah is going to provide for you. It also represents truth, and do not twist the truth. The Hebrew letter with the numerical value of 9, it also can mean to twist. Don't twist the truth. Don't bear false witness. That's the 9th commandment, right? So, how do I know 9 represents birth? How do I know it represents production? How do I know it represents fruit? Well, I mean, for obvious reasons, you're in your mother's womb for 9 months, and Abraham was 99 when he had his son, and Sarah was 90. So with that being said, they couldn't have children. I mean, Yah picked the perfect time for them to produce. 9 represents yielding fruit. You're gonna yield fruit. You might have already yielded fruit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Shalom Ubraka, Mizpaka, peace and blessings, family.